let's look at this note. Come on, everyone. You have a note called the cosine law. So please, come on. What if the sine law does not work? Which means there's now a potential that we need something even more or stronger than the sine law. In other words, what if none of the three fractions is fully known? Okay, let's actually look at this triangle. Is this triangle labeled? Or does it need some names? It needs some ABC. Okay, everyone, so let's put A. Everyone, A. Go ahead. A. Second note, cosine law. Right here. ABC. Okay. What do I also need to label? What do I also need to label? Those are the angles. Angle A, the sides, A, B, C. I need to label this side. Can someone tell me if this is A or B or C? Okay. Question. Do I know all the sides? Do I know all the sides?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Do I know any of the angles? So, okay. What would be what would be so um, what would be so weird if I did A, B, C here? Is that your question? Like, how would I know which way to go? 100% completely your call. Absolutely not. Okay. Question. What would really make this corner special to be called B and not to be called A or C, right? That's why I always tell you, it's good to come to class because if you just read my lessons or my field notes at the end of the day, you might actually think we always have to make this one what? Usually, what do I make this one? A. But does it have to be like that? It's just a force of habit. We all bring our style into this, okay? All right. Let's put the sine law. Everyone, let's write the sine law. Okay. In black right here. Sine A over A. Sine B over B. Sine. Okay. Dylan before helped me with the question marks and the check marks. I need someone else now. So let's go with the Maram. Maram, go ahead. Tell me, let's do it Dylan's way, and just tell me all the things you know. All the things you know. Listen up, everyone. No one says anything except Maram. We know small a. Keep going. Okay, so check mark. Sorry. Check mark. Check mark. Check mark. What about the angles? Do I know any of the angles? So that means what? Red question marks. Red, red, red. Can you do any cross multiplying in this case? Why not? You're right, it's a no. But why can't cross multiply do anything for us? You know what? Everyone, look. Question. What if I, oops, sorry. What if I erase or assume I don't have this one? Can I cross these two? No. I can. Is it going to do anything for me? How many question marks do I have? Can you ever cross multiply with two things you don't know? All right. How about if I deleted this one? How about if I deleted this one? I just wanted to prove to you that there are cases where the sine law completely fails. What's this case? If you know all the sides, but you don't know any of the what, you are gonna fail using the what? The sine law. Is it making sense? I'm trying to show you that they're good for some stuff and they cannot do anything for some stuff. So let's say this. Fail. Just write fail. What so can we say? If you know three sides, you can say lengths, but I'm used to saying sides. But no angles, like not even one. If you knew one, would that be good? If you knew one angle, would that be good? Yeah, because then you're gonna put the check mark either here, or here, or here. One of them would be known. Sadly, even that we don't have. But no angles. That means sine law bad. Okay. Oh my God. Sorry, everyone. My bad. I did not see the word conclusion. Sorry. If you can just move this, I apologize. If you can just move this here. Sorry. If you can move this here, that's the conclusion. If you know three sides but no angles, sine law fails. Here, what can we say? Always two unknowns. Always two unknowns, which means you can't cross multiply. Okay? All right. So that's one case. Thumbs down. There's another case where it fails. Here it is. Let's see what we know. What do I need to do first? What do we do? Label. Label. Let's say XYZ this time. So, Jordan, any specific way you want to label? So you get perfectly. It doesn't matter. X, Y, Z. So this small one becomes Z. This one becomes, and obviously this becomes small x. Curve it, please. All right. Let's put the sine law. Sine x over x sine capital Y over Y sine Z. You are building to it. It's the title of the thing. Okay, Diya, you tell me. What do you know? Which ones do you know? Everyone listen up. Only Diya. Go. Big X, yes? Okay, wait. Big X. Come on. Big X, keep going. Small Y, small Z. What about everything else? Question mark. What do people think? Is it still the same problem as before? No. Is it still the same issue as before? Let's look at each two fractions by themselves. Can you cross multiply those two? Two question marks. Can you cross multiply. Never say just multiply. Can you cross these two? Two red, not good. Can you cross this one and this one? So what do you say about the sine law? So that means also always two unknowns. No. The conclusion now is, okay, how many angles do you know?
One angle, two sides.
Okay. Everyone, can you tell me where is the angle compared to the two sides? Can you tell me where the angle is located compared to the two sides you know? Okay, but without using without using names. Where is the angle as far as the two sides are concerned? Uh-huh. Everyone, eyes on me. Eyes on me. Where is the angle as far as these two is concerned? Is it outside or inside of them? There you go. If you are given two sides and the angle between them, sine law fails. If you're given, look everyone, eyes on me. If my hands are the two sides I know, and the angle I gave you is the one in between, you will never be able to apply the sine law. We tried, it failed. So what are we going to say? We're going to say the conclusion, everyone, the conclusion is, how did we say the conclusion for the first one? Let me just see. We said, if you know, so if you know, go ahead. If you know two sides, and angle in between, and the angle, not just any angle, the angle exactly in between, angle in between them, sine law fails again. Sine law, big red X. So that means we need another law. Well, actually, we're lucky enough to have one. It's called the cosine law. And by the way, the good news is there are no more laws. You might say, oh, there's a sine law, there's a cosine law. Nope. Sine and cosine. Sine and cosine, they together, they cover everything. If one fails, the other one picks up. There's no need for a third law. It's impossible. It's impossible. Why? If it fails, that means what? No, if both of them fail, no other method will ever work. It means you are given way too less than you actually need. I'll give you an example. Like this. Here's a triangle. Let's not make it right like this, and let's not even make it like, sorry. There we go, like this. And I just told you this is it's obtuse. No, obtuse. Sure. And I just left it at that. Exactly. You have there's an infinite number of answers, right? You could say, for example, yep. Okay, I'm going to say this is sharp, so this is 30, and this is, well, whatever stuff. You could say no, this is 20. Again, you need more information. So that was a good observation on Dylan's part, but I need to give you at least enough information for something to work. Okay. Okay, everyone, pencils down, eyes off the screens, please. Let me show you. By the way, how many boxes did I? How many boxes did I? How many boxes did we use with the sine law? We said you could write it in one of two ways: either the signs up or the signs what? How many boxes do we have here? The reason, listen up. The reason, guys, the reason that there are three boxes is that the cosine law could be written in three different ways. By the way, they will all look the same. It just depends on how you start. Okay, I'm gonna start with the first one. Don't copy it yet. I want you to see how I start. Okay, everyone, look. Look how I'm gonna actually like bring this to life. Do not write it, please. Did we do this before? What is that? You're right, we did. Pythagorean theorem. Is that theorem going to work for this triangle? Why, either why not? What is the only condition for the Pythagorean theorem to work? Did I tell you that any angle here is right? Does it even look like any angle here is right? No, this is way too sharp. This is not right. I mean, come on. If it's a right angle, it has to look like this. Sorry, not even. Like this. That's a right angle, which is not. Is this a right angle? So my question to you is that a correct statement? Well, it is a correct statement for the Pythagorean, but we can't use it. This is how we change it. Look. Don't write yet. Let me finish it. Okay, let me just what's going on? Let me just squeeze it. Oh, come on. Sorry. Go ahead and write it. By the way, what are we doing now? Which law? What do you see here? Perfect. When you do the sine law, you only see sine. When you do the cosine law, you only see cosine. Okay, good. All right. Here's a question to everyone. How did we start the equation here? With which letter? C. Okay. Everyone, pencils down. I just want to ask a bunch of questions here. What did? Oh, let me just place the point. What did we start with? Everyone, what did we start with? Let's say C. It is C squared. You're right. What did we write after? And then? So we started with C, and then we wrote A and B. And then what did we write? Minus 2. Then what? And it's called the what? It's called the what? So what did we put? And what is the letter here? So my question now is, can someone, I need one person to help me with this. And if you get it wrong, it's fine. I wish you could get it wrong, because then you would be reflecting other people in class. What if I wanted to, sorry, what if I wanted to start with, okay, who would like to volunteer doing this? Leah, go ahead. What do you want to write after the equal sign? Look how Leah is thinking and bringing it step by step. Go. Listen. Since the B is the beginning. Great. So how are you going to go after the equal sign? Listen up. Sure. Just A. A. You need squares. Okay, A squared. Then what? Interesting. If you start with C, you have to use the other two. So if you start with B, you have to use the what? The other two. Okay, keep going. You have to follow the same structure. Minus. Okay, what do I have here? Interesting. So what should you have here? Is it A squared, C squared, or just AC? No more squares anymore. 90% done. It's called the cosine law. You need yourself a what? A cosine. But of which angle? Is this correct? Because angles are only capital A, capital B, capital C. Perfect. Awesome. Thank you, Leah. I need someone to follow exactly what Leah did. But there's only one left. Yeah. So let's you get other stuff. Sam, there's only one way to start. Okay, slow down. Equals. Nice. Never put lowercase here because you're talking about an angle. Perfect. So obviously the question now is, listen up, why do we need 3 copies of what everyone now understands is really the same thing, just it depends how you start. If you're trying to find A, which one do you use? Number 1, number 2, or number 3? 3. If you're trying to find C. If you're trying to find B. So now you have what? One special custom design for each one you actually want to use. Make sense? So it's not really I want to teach you 3 ones. I just want to show you this is if you want to start with C, which means you want to find C. This if you want to start with B. This if you want to start with A, which means here find B, find. So everyone, I want you to write this here. to find C. Here's my question. To find capital C or small c? What do we always start with? All of those are small. By the way, the entire thing is lowercase until you hit the what? Until you hit the angle at the end. So to find small c, sorry, to find small c, no, okay. If you find small c squared, which I agree, then what do you just do with it? What do you call this? Square, square, square root. So literally you found c. Okay? Yeah. How about this one? To find what? To find small b. To find small a. Thank you. Okay. Let's do examples to understand how we do this. Okay. Flip the page, everyone. Well, once you've done this. Okay. All right. Okay, everyone. Question to everyone. Listen up. What is the name of this document? The what law? So you know, listen up, guys. You know, the only thing you're going to need to use to solve these is the what? You know basically that the sine law is going to what? Fail. On a test, how are you going to know? Okay, everyone. Question to you. Which one is an easier equation? Sorry. Those or the sine law equation? Which one looked easier and were immediately easy to deal with? Okay, you know what? Everyone, how many people think, let's take a vote. There is no, guys, there is no wrong or right answer. How many people vote that that equation or the sine law looks easier and more manageable than those ones? Just raise your hand if you agree. How many of you agree that that, and I'm going to give you kind of like a my disclaimer that I don't even like this one, that thing full of square roots and pluses and arrangement is easier than that? How many people say that that's easier? So how many people say that's easier? Now, so everyone, when you have a problem in general, in triangles, and you're trying to start, do you start difficult or easy? Is there a guarantee that the easy way is always going to work? But at least once you write it and you see, oh, by the way, is it going to work if we have this? Why not? Question mark, question mark, question. How long did that investigation take? 10 seconds? Is it really that much waste of a time? Exactly. Always try the sine law first. If it works, great, you're done, right? If it doesn't work, what do you try? Which is the what? So please, please, don't just try to memorize. Try this. If it works, you're done. If it doesn't, okay, I'm off 10 seconds. Who cares? Is it making sense? Always try. All right. Oops, sorry. Okay, everyone, let's go to the second page. I am telling you, using the cosine law. Obviously, on a test, I'm not going to tell you what to use. So do you think we should waste our time with the sine law? You could. You're going to find it what? It fails. It doesn't work. So you're going to go with the cosine law. Here's my question. What's the first thing we do all the time? Starts with L. Starts with L. Label, label, label. Okay. Yes. So everyone, here's A. I'm going to do it in black as well. And what is this one? Which side was the question asking you to find? So what equation? What equation am I going to start with? Or sorry, what equation am I going to use? Number 1, number 2, or number 3? Perfect. So Here's my equation. B squared equals. Oops. Yeah. 2. Yes, you got it. Cosine. Okay, everyone. Check marks. Do I know A? Small a. Do I know small c? Do I know capital B? Check mark, check mark. Everything we need is on the right side. So go ahead, everyone. Check, 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 check. All right, let's plug in the numbers. Equals. What was the value for A? Just A. Just A. Huh? No, no, no. What's the A itself? Just A. 20? Okay. What's the C itself? Minus 2. Okay, question. How many people like using multiplication sign? I know it's a weird question. How many people think we should use something different? What's another what's another substitute? Yeah, go ahead. What's another substitute for multiplication signs? How about dots? No, no, I agree. Why would we not want to do dots? Because a dot could be small and below and look like a what? A decimal point. I always say don't do dots. So bracket 20, bracket 25, cosine. I got. Perfect. How big is angle B? How big is angle B? How much? 48 degrees. Okay, everyone, listen up. For just the sake of getting everything right, please don't put this all in one shot in your machine. Do it step by step. You'll see why in a second. What's 20 squared? 20 times 20. 4 with 2 zeros. So go ahead. 400. Plus 25 squared. 600 and 600. Yep, yep. Try it. Again, no need to guess. Okay, everyone, listen up. How am I gonna get all that? I will really advise you to do it in 2 steps. Everyone, do this triple thing by itself and do just this by itself. Trust me, you don't want to do more, especially if you have a single display. So minus, and by the way, in my solutions, I'm always going to do this to make sure you know what fits where. By the way, technically, what sign is here? Everyone, what sign is here? Division, addition, subtraction, or multiplication? Multiplication. So now I'm going to put multiplication here. Go ahead, write that down. Okay, what's 2 times 20 times 25? Well, I can multiply 2 by 25 first. That's easy in my head. That's 50. 50 times 20, that's a perfect 1,000. Yeah. Okay, I don't have choice here. I need to get cosine of 48. Well, let's do that. Cosine. Oh, I already did it. Because remember, I did the 2. I kind of switched these 2. By the way, you're going to get the same thing if you do it. What's 2 times 20? 40. What's 40 times 25? It doesn't matter as long as you do it just once. I just do things. There are always easier mental tricks I have. Okay. All right, 48. Are we doing sine? Not sine anymore. It's what? It's called the cosine law. Cosine. All right, 4 digits. Okay, Abdul. 669. Is this going to go up or stay 1? No, no, stay 1 because what's this number? 3 doesn't do anything. Good. So 6691. All right. 0.6691. Okay, a question now that doesn't even have anything to do with grade 11 or even grade 10 or technically not even grade 9, grade 8. Can I subtract? Okay, the question was, can I subtract before adding? Do you have any idea? No. Do you have any idea? You're right. But do you have any idea how many people I taught, and like in grade 12, I've never taught them math before, and I got them in MAP 4C, grade 12, and they still did it the way I just did? Because bed maths, well, people don't do it anymore because they just put everything. What's bed maths, everyone? What does B stand for? See, if we had brackets, we wouldn't even have this question, right? I could, no, I mean right now. I could put a bracket here, and then you're like, all right, I'm stuck. I have to do that first, right? And then I could put a bracket here. There are no brackets. Are there any, listen up, are there any exponents in that last line? No, there are no powers. Like there's no square or cube. B, E. What does D stand for? Division. Do we have any division? But we have an M. M has to happen first. And what's after M? No, B, E, D, bed, M, A, S. So subtract or add or do them together. All right? So I would advise you to do those two together, like Dylan said, and those two together. Yeah. So which is easy because you just hop this how many times? 3 times. So 669.1. Okay, we need to do this one. 1025. Sorry. We'll take the whole number. I mean, come on, it's a small number anyway. Small as in size, not as in sorry, small as in digits. 355.9. Is this my final answer? Nope. Because by the way, all the time, this was the value for what? B. What's my final step? Literally, my final step. Square root. Exactly. So okay, what's the rounding situation? What did I say in the question? Okay, so 1 decimal gotta be 9, right? Because 8 will be rounded up by 6. Do we have any units? Centimeters? 18.9. All right. Okay, next one. I'm gonna set it up for you, and the rest is homework, and the third one is pure homework from beginning to end. Okay. Um. Okay. It is easier. Why? Because there is no cross multiplying. I get it, right? But the amount of work or steps is slightly more. 100. What's up? Yeah. Again, you've got a couple of methods, whichever one you think is going to work. Does anyone have a comment about the second diagram? Even before. Everyone, ladies and gentlemen, come on. Dylan. Does anyone have an issue with that diagram? Dakota, Anisha, Dylan. Does anyone have an issue with that diagram? Look at it. There, okay. Whoa, whoa. No, Leah seems to have located something. Listen up. It's a what? Oh, oh, no, no. You know what? How many people say this is a right triangle? This is a right triangle. How many people say it looks like it? I can't. We can't go with that. Remember, unless I give you the square, that's fine. Well, could be or 89, but I'm with you. It's slightly more. Is there a problem with labeling this triangle, Maram?
Yes.
Ah, can it? Can this be E here and E here? Either we change this or we change what? Which one do you always change? You keep the angles. You change this one. What should this one be? Thank you. By the way, this was an actual honest mistake from the textbook. So go ahead from the textbook. Oh, you have no idea how many typos are there. But listen up. But now there's a question. Which one do they want us to find? This one or the E? You see, which one did they want? They wanted the E or this side? You know what? Let's say this side. Okay? So I need someone now. Listen up. I taught you how to write it if you start with A or B or C. I need someone now to tell us how you're going to write it if you start with F squared. Okay, wait a minute. Raise your hand. Who would like to do this one other than Maram? Okay, Hamid, go. F squared. Keep going. So far, so good. What do you mean cross? Yeah, multiply me. Keep going. Yeah. Oh, there's no A. Oops, sorry. Bless you. Cosine. How many people agree? 100%. Okay, let's put the check marks. Do I have all of those numbers? If I didn't, I would not be able to apply the cosine law. So, do I know the lowercase d? Yes. Lowercase e? Yes, which means I know this one, and this one, and this one, and this one. And do I know angle F? Perfect. All right. Let's put some numbers. Equals. I'm going to zoom in. So, what's d by itself before squaring? 52. 52 squared plus 60 squared minus 2, 52, 60. And the only new thing is the cosine. Cosine of what? Okay. Can someone tell me what's 52 degrees? I mean, what's 52 squared? 2,600 something? Something like that. I know 60 squared is 36,000. Whoa. No way point. Oh, you mean comma. Okay. No, you said point. Remember, we don't have any decimals here. Yep. Okay. How do I do this big number? What do I do first? What do I do first? Which number? The first what? The first, but what do I multiply first? The first three numbers. You multiply 2 by 52 by 60. So minus, and I will always do this for you so you know which is which. What sign is here? All right. Okay. So now I'll do it. Now what's 2 times 52 times 60? How many people got this number? If you triple multiply, 6,240. 6,240. Cosine of 62, point something. I don't know what it is. Let me just figure it out. 62 trig. No inverse, just cosine. 4695. 4695. Okay. I will leave the rest up to you. You need to finish this and square root, please. Square root. You're still gonna get f squared at the end. Your last one is a homework by itself.